have a question for everyone. That question is, what defines you as a person? What makes you, you? A lot of us tend to define ourselves through our physical image, our jobs, our bank balance, and a lot of the time to what others have to say about us. I used to define myself. The only reason I felt so empty and broken inside was because I didn't know myself at all. So it was the hardest 5 months, the hardest and most emotional 5 months of my life. And I didn't know how to deal with how I was feeling, all this pain, all this emotion. And one day I called the person that I used to be with and I asked, "Are you happy?" And he said yes. And it was from that moment that I decided that I was going to be happy. And that I was going to find a happiness that worked for me, that I wasn't going to deal with this pain and these waves of emotion anymore. So I started journaling my breakup. I wrote down my feelings, my thoughts. And recently looking back on my journal, I realized how within my writing off with positive things like, "You can do this, Kate." And I'm a huge fan of quotes, so I was putting quotes all around my room. started reading motivational books and positivity and powerful thoughts and how to change your mind. I was trying everything to get through how I was doing something that seemed so impossible. But just like those positive affirmations that I was writing towards myself, I knew that I had the strength to move on. I just didn't know how strong I actually was. So I had to pick myself up in some way. And I did. I slowly started to, and for the first time in my life I realized just how capable I actually was of standing on my own and being my own person. I just had to learn through loss that all I needed to have was me. So for the whole of high school I let those three things define me. Other people's opinions of me, my weight, relationship. And by allowing these things to define me, I let them control and consume my life. And I was looking for happiness in those three places, but I could never ever seem to quite find it. I believe that happiness is something that you create for yourself, by yourself, on your own terms. The world that we live in is something that we create for ourselves. And I'm not talking about society as well. I'm talking about the individual world that each and every one of us live. Because as we shape our world and our lives, we shape ourselves too. So I've learned through picking myself up through a breakup and letting go of the things that I thought defined me, just how important it was for me to take the time out to figure myself out, get inside my own mind, and understand myself. As there's only one part of the universe we can all be certain about improving, it's ourselves. I'm currently reading a book called The 15 Invaluable Laws by John Maxwell. And in this book he says something that really made me think. He says, as children our bodies grow automatically. The year goes by, we get taller, we become stronger, we get capable of doing more things, facing new challenges. But a lot of people carry with them a subconscious belief into adulthood that spiritual, mental and emotional growth occurs automatically too. Now just think about that for a second. Because I was take ownership of our growth process because we're not simply improved by accident. Think about a close friend of yours. The longer you spend time with them, the more you learn about them, and the closer you become. It's exactly the same with yourself. The more you focus your energy on getting to know yourself, spending time with yourself, the more you will learn about yourself, and the closer you become to yourself. And let me tell you that it's such a beautiful feeling when you realize how close you are becoming to yourself. I've decided to make myself a priority in my life. And self-discovery is the best gift that I'm giving myself, and it's the one gift I wish I could give each and every one of you who don't have it already. It has allowed me to grow on my own terms without someone else telling me how to. And by doing this, I'm becoming the person I want to be rather than the person I was told to be. And a lot of people think that putting yourself first is selfish. But putting yourself first simply means taking a stand, looking at yourself and saying that I'm going to do everything in my power to see myself succeed and reach my dreams. I'm going to make the best choices in my life, including the people that I surround myself with, people that add nothing but value to me. And once you decide to love who you are, you can then take that love that you have for yourself and spread it to other people, because without that self-love, you limit your ability to pour into the lives of other people and add value to them.